Indra Nooyi was here, and she said this about activist investing. She said, don't try to make CEOs look like fools and use the media constructively, because shaming CEOs doesn't help. If you run a company, a real company, you wouldn't be saying this. I think asset creators get the short end of the stick. They don't get enough credit and support. Asset managers and manipulators get all of the attention. What do you make of that?
I think she's entirely right. If you look at what we do, and again, one of the things you learn from the success of Donald Trump is the media here has to feel pretty embarrassed about the election and how they called the election. I've learned not to trust the media, unfortunately. You can't believe what you read in the newspaper. So that perhaps perception by Indra.
This is tough for me to sit here like this, but.
Look, if I were a paid guest, I'd have to be more polite, right? I'm here for free. And who's using whom? Let me just be really clear. Okay. So I have a lot of respect for Indra Nooyi, but if you look at what we do, okay, we are not manipulators, gatherers, we're business builders. We stepped into Canadian Pacific in summer of 2011. It was the worst run railroad in North America. We recruited the best CEO in the railroad industry. The shareholders were very kindly, after the board resisted, gave us control of the company. We controlled the second largest railroad in Canada. We put him in the seat, and he built the most profitable railroad in North America over a 4 or 5 year period of time. Had the best on-time performance. They reduced delivery times. This is a meaningful part of the infrastructure of Canada, right? You look at Sefi Ghasemi at Air Products, what he's done. He took the least profitable industrial gas company over the last 3 years and made it the most profitable. And by the way, we're still a shareholder. You look at what we did at General Growth. This was a company, the stock was at 34 cents. We joined the board. We took the company through bankruptcy. All the bondholders got their money back, par plus accrued. Same with all the mortgage holders. All the employees kept their jobs. We recruited a new management team. We put a new board in. The stock went from 34 cents. The pieces today trade for $44 a share. We still own the pieces. We still own the Howard Hughes Corporation. Here we took all the development assets out of Howard Hughes, land, all kinds of property that were not being built. We put in David Weinreb and Grant Hurlitz, people that no one had ever heard of them, okay? And they took that company and they built a remarkable publicly traded real estate development company for a company that was worth zero. So we're long-term investors, we're business builders, we recruit the best management teams in the world. We don't all get them right. We recruited Ron Johnson into JCPenny. This was not financial engineering. This was taking a guy who built the Apple retail store chain, the most successful, most profitable retail store chain in the world, a guy who had worked at Target for 10 years and at Mervyn's and wanted to reinvent the department store, and he gave it the college try, and it didn't work. But none of these things are about, apparently Howard Schultz, I really don't know. He still has, he was always saying very negative things about JCPenny. What do? We recruited the CEO.
Which he said here.
Yeah, I heard that he had said that. We recruited the CEO, very talented guy, great track record, and it didn't work. That's okay, right? But none of these things are leverage recaps and massive buybacks and, let's go pay a huge dividend and leave the company dry. Canadian Pacific increased their CapEx spending from $700 million to $1.5 billion the year after we took control of the company. So we are business builders, and perhaps there's some activists that are not. I don't know many that act that way.
Okay.